closer, my love. The air bites out here, and I can smell the iron of the mortal road still clinging to you. Let me take that burden. No, don't apologize. You carried yourself bravely. Put your hand in mine. That's it. My glove is warm because it's threaded with ember silk, and because I've been thinking about you the entire way. Look up. My castle is just ahead, where the moonlight turns the river into a ribbon of mercury, where the bridge arches like a drawn bow. The gate is open because it recognized my blood, and because it recognized you as mine to protect. I'm guiding you through the courtyard now. I can hear the strain in your breathing. You don't need to perform strength for me. If your legs want to tremble, let them. If your eyelids want to fall, let them. I've got you. I'm not taking you to a guest wing with cold sheets and polite distance. I'm taking you where I can keep watch without making a show of it. My chambers are quiet, high enough that the river's song turns into a lullaby, and warded enough that even a curious sprite will think twice. Here, step over this threshold. Listen to that, my love. The door seals, and the hallway's echoes fade like a candle pinched out between fingers. I'm setting my cloak on the chair, and I'm unfastening the clasp at my throat. There. Breathe. The room is warm, not because I command it, but because I refuse to let you shiver another moment. I'm lighting the hearth with a snap, yes, like that, and the flames bloom blue at the base, gold at the tips, as if they're trying to impress you. Everything here tries to impress you, even the bed. It's absurdly large, draped in linen that smells faintly of rain. Don't worry about how it knows your comfort. The fabric is woven from cloud thread, and it pays attention. Come sit. Let me pull your shoes off, slowly. There. I'm rubbing warmth back into your toes with my thumbs. Oh, I feel you relaxing. I'm going to brush my knuckles along your cheek, right there. And I'm going to tuck that loose strand of hair behind your ear. Your eyes are so heavy. Let them be heavy. I'll stay awake. I'll sit at the edge of the bed like a carved guardian, and I'll listen to the castle settle around you. If you wake in the night, you'll find me exactly where I promised, and you won't have to wonder if this was a dream. Lie down, my love. Let the pillows hold your thoughts. Let the dark be kind. I'm drawing the blanket up to your shoulders, careful not to startle you. Your pulse is still galloping, even while your lashes flutter like they're trying to land. I know that feeling, my love. The body arrives long before the mind believes it's allowed to rest. Listen to the hearth. The crackle is steady, and I'm answering to you. I'm taking your hand again. Your fingers are colder than they should be, so I'm slipping my thumb over your knuckles. Slow circles, spill through the seam of my glove. Not magic that dazzles, just enough to remind your skin that it belongs in comfort. Your eyelids are sinking. Good. Let them. There's something I haven't said yet, because I didn't want it to sound like a claim carved into stone. I'm saying it now, in a quieter way. I chose you, not because you wandered into my path like fate's entertainment, but because I saw how you kept moving while fear tried to teach you to shrink. I saw you. I still see you. And I'm not letting the world make you small. I'm shifting closer, just enough that you can feel my presence without needing to open your eyes. The mattress dips under my weight, and the bed's linen sighs like it's relieved. I'm going to take a risk and tell you a truth I usually lock behind my teeth. It's not the enemies outside these walls that worry me most. It's the quiet moments when you might decide you don't deserve softness. If that urge comes, I want you to reach for me instead. I want your hand to find mine in the dark, and I want you to let me be the thing you lean on without apology. I'm brushing my fingertips along your temple, smoothing the tiny tension there. Your mouth keeps trying to form words. Shh. You can speak later, when your tongue isn't tired. Right now, I'm listening to what you can't say. The way your shoulders loosen one careful inch at a time. The way your breathing finally deepens. Good. That's it. I'm tilting my head, watching the firelight move across your face. And I'm memorizing this as if memory could be armor. The castle can gossip all it wants. It doesn't get a vote on what I keep close. You do. If you wake and the room feels too vast, I'll be right here, and I'll speak your comfort into being, one low sentence after another, until your thoughts unclench. If a nightmare reaches for you, it'll have to reach through my voice first. And I promise you, my love, my voice is a locked door. Now let your jaw go slack. Let your hands go heavy. Let the last thread of the road fall away. I'm staying. Keep breathing. Sleep. Your hand is still in mine, and I'm keeping my grip gentle, like I'm holding a delicate promise instead of skin and bone. If your fingers twitch, I answer with a slow squeeze. Nothing urgent, just a quiet yes. The fire is steady, and the ward at the door has gone drowsy. I can feel it settling like a hound at a master's feet. You don't need to understand the craft of it. You only need to feel that nothing in this room will demand anything from you tonight. I'm tracing a small circle with my thumb on your knuckle, and I'm letting my voice drop lower, softer, as if I'm speaking directly to the place behind your ribs. My love, If you're afraid of being a burden, let me be plain. I carry heavier things in your tiredness. I carry oaths, grudges, histories that try to crawl up my spine. And still, this, holding you here, feels like the easiest duty I've ever chosen. Not duty, actually. Want. I want you to rest. I want you to stop bracing. I want you to learn the shape of peace against your own pillow and not flinch when it fits. Your lashes keep fluttering, like the last bits of daylight caught under them. It's all right. Let them settle. I'm right here, and I'm not going anywhere. Not even in the small ways people leave without moving, turning cold, turning distracted, turning into silence that punishes. I won't do that to you. If I go quiet, it'll be the kind of quiet that stays warm, the kind that means I'm watching the room for you. There's a confession pressing at my throat, and I'm going to let it out carefully, like opening a window in winter. I'm not only afraid of you, deciding you don't deserve softness. I'm afraid of how much I do. I'm afraid of how quickly my instincts turned possessive the moment you stepped over my threshold. How my magic leaned toward you, as if it recognized home. I'm keeping that part of me on a short leash, not because you're unsafe, but because you deserve choice, always. If you reach for me, I'll meet you. If you don't, I'll still stay close enough that you never have to wonder where I went. Hear me, my love. I can want you and still honor you. I can guard you without caging you. If the world has taught you that care always comes with hooks, let tonight be evidence to the contrary. I'm giving, not taking. I'm sliding my palm from your sternum to your shoulder. Barely any weight, just a grounding touch. And I'm letting your breath lead mine again. In and out. Slow enough that your body believes it. If a memory tries to rise up, sharp as a splinter, I want you to picture my hand closing around it before it can cut. Not to erase it. I won't insult you by pretending it didn't happen. But I can hold it away from your throat for a while. You're allowed to sleep without earning it. You're allowed to be unfinished and still cared for. I know how strange that sounds. Keep it. I like it. It's part of what makes you, you. Just don't aim it at your own tenderness. The fire pops once, like punctuation, and I take it as a sign to slow down further. My voice is the only thing moving now, and even that is unhurried. I'm watching your mouth soften, the tension easing at the corners, and I'm letting myself be quietly proud of you for staying, for not running, for letting someone witness you without armor. That's bravery. Even here, even in bed, even with nothing to fight but your own reflex to bolt. Your breathing just changed again, softer at the edges, like your body remembered a lullaby it never got to learn. I'm keeping my eyes on you anyway, not because I doubt you, but because I like the truth of you like this, unguarded, unperforming. I can feel my own heartbeat slow to match the room. It's strange how quickly silence becomes a language. You're speaking it beautifully. If you could hear what I'm thinking, let me be intense in the quiet. Let me adore you without making it your responsibility. I'm letting my fingers relax, not letting go, just loosening the part of me that grips, like it's afraid the world will snatch you back. There's a line I haven't crossed tonight, and I won't. I won't press you for stories. I won't demand your past like a toll. But I want you to know something, in case your mind tries to bargain later. Nothing you tell me will make me cruel. I'm capable of many things. Cruelty to you isn't one of them. Your brow twitches, like a dream brushed you with a feather. If it turns sharp, I'll feel it, and I'll pull you back with my voice. For now, I'm staying low, steady, predictable. Stay soft, love. Stay right here. I'm shifting my hand a little, just enough to tuck warmth into your palm. My thumb finds the faint pulse at your wrist, and it calms me more than it should. You're real. You're here. You're not a wish I made at the wrong star. I keep thinking about the way you looked when you first saw the door close behind you. Like you expected the latch to turn into a trap. I hated that. Not at you. Never at you. At whoever taught you that comfort is a trick. If my magic could rewrite lessons, I'd start there. One night, then another, until your body gathers proof. I'm speaking softly now, like I'm smoothing a sheet over a bruise. If you wake later and your thoughts start measuring your worth, I want you to interrupt them, not with a fight, with a fact. The fact is that I wanted you close before I knew what you could give me. The fact is that you don't have to earn gentleness with usefulness. The fact is that I'm not loving you as a reward system. I'm loving you as a decision. That possessive part of me still paces, but I'm teaching it manners. And it listens, because you matter enough to make even my shadows behave. Your breathing stutters once, and I lean in a fraction, not touching more, just bringing my voice closer. If a nightmare tries to show you an old hallway, an old hand on a doorknob, an old voice telling you to be smaller, I want you to do one thing. In the be your signal. I'll be here to catch it. I can't step into your sleep, but I can stand guard at its edge, and I can be the first thing you find when you surface. You won't have to apologize for waking. You won't have to whisper sorry like it's a prayer. If you need water, I'll get it. If you need light, I'll lift it. If you need to cry, I'll let the sound exist without trying to fix you into silence. And if you need nothing, if you just want to drift, then drift. I'll take the watch like it's sacred. I'm realizing something right now, watching you settle deeper. I've spent so long believing love had to be loud to be true. Declarations, battles, proof written in blood and spectacle. But this is truer than any banner I ever carried. My hand steady, your breath even, the world held at a polite distance. I don't need an audience for this. I don't need permission. I want you to slide away from words entirely. Just keep the warmth, keep the rhythm, keep the sense of being wanted without being chased. I'm going to be quiet now. Not gone, not cold. Just quiet so you can sink. If you reach for me in the dark, I'll answer. If you don't, I'll still stay, listening to the steady miracle of you sleeping. Your lashes don't flutter anymore. Your mouth parts like it's finally allowed. I'm keeping my hand where it is because any change feels like a question, and I don't want to ask you for anything. I'm letting the room stay simple. Warmth, shadow, the soft crackle that doesn't demand attention. My breathing stays measured, slow enough that your body can borrow it if it wants. There's a tenderness in holding still. It's not passive, it's restraint. Like setting a blade down because the person beside me is more important than my instincts. I don't need to win tonight. I don't need to prove anything. I just need to keep you comfortable. You aren't a spell component. You aren't a relic I hoard. You're a living, shifting thing, and I want to love you like that, without freezing you into a perfect moment. Still, I notice details because they matter. The way your shoulders finally dropped, the small hitch that disappeared from your throat, the heat your skin lends my palm like trust given without words. I'm proud of you, yes, but I'm also grateful. You could have stayed braced all night. You could have kept one eye open inside your mind, counting exits. Instead, you let sleep take you, and that's a gift I don't take lightly. I'll carry it carefully. There's something I want to promise you, quietly, so it can sink under your dreams and settle where fear likes to live. If you ever pull away tomorrow, or next week, or in some future night when your nerves flare up like a struck match, I won't punish you for it. I won't turn distant to make you chase. I won't make you explain yourself in a voice that shakes. I'll read the language your body speaks, and I'll answer in the only dialect that works. perfect at receiving love. You don't have to be consistent. You just have to be real. And you already are. I let my gaze drift to the edge of the room, where dark gathers in corners the fire can't quite reach. The old part of me wants to go looking for threats, to name them, to plan, to control. I breathe it down. I'm choosing to let my hands stay empty of weapons. If something tried to cross this threshold, it would learn quickly that I'm not gentle by accident. But I don't want you to feel my vigilance like a storm. I want you to feel it like a wall that doesn't move, like ground under your feet. Strong, boring, dependable. Your fingers twitch against mine, a tiny reflex, and I respond with the smallest squeeze. Not a tug, not a claim, just an answer. I'm here. I wonder sometimes what you think love costs. I wonder what price tag you've been trained to search for, what hidden hook you expect to find under every kindness. If I could reach into that expectation and loosen it, I would. All I can do is keep offering you the same clean thing, again and again, until your mind gets tired of mistranslating it. Gentleness, with no fine print. I feel sleep hovering at the edge of my own eyes, and I don't fight it too hard. Staying awake isn't the only way to protect you. There's protection and trust, too, in letting my body rest so it can be steady when you need it. So I let my eyelids grow heavy, just for a breath, then another. My hand stays warm, my grip stays kind. If you wake and find me quiet, I want the quiet to feel like companionship, not absence. I want you to think, he's still here, without having to check. Let that certainty be the first spell you ever learn from me. I listen for the tiniest change in you, the shallow breath, the tightening at your jaw, the subtle shift of your ribs. When it happens, I move only enough to help, not enough to startle. My thumb traces one slow, careful line, then stops. That's all. A signal in the language you trust most. Steady contact. No demand. You settle again, and I feel something unclench in me too. I didn't know I carried that tension until it loosened. I want to tell you a secret, low enough that it doesn't snag on your dreams. I don't just want to keep danger away from you. I want to keep the harshness away, the kind that sneaks in wearing familiar faces, the criticism that pretends it's helpful. I want to be the place where you don't have to brace for impact. And I know that's a bold thing to offer, because people say it, then fail. Believe it because I keep showing up the same way. Believe it because I don't vanish when you're quiet. Believe it because I don't take your softest moments as leverage. breathing deepens, and I let mine follow it, like a slower echo. It makes my voice want to soften into nothing. That's fine. You don't need words now. Still, I keep one promise more, just for me to hold. When morning comes and your eyes open, I won't flood you with questions. I won't demand a story from your sleep. I'll look at you gently, like I'm looking now, and I'll let you choose how close you want me. If you want space, I'll give it without sulking. If you want closeness, I'll give it without making you pay for it later. My affection isn't a trap. Sometimes I think the world taught you that kindness is a currency, and I hate that. I hate whoever made you count coins in your own heart. Rest is not a debt. Being cared for is not a debt. You are not a debt. I feel my own eyes drift shut again, and I let them stay that way a little longer this time. I'm still listening. I'm still here. If you stir, I'll wake. And if any fear tries to crawl up from wherever it hides, I'll meet it first, and I'll teach it the same lesson over and over. You're not alone anymore. Not in the ways that matter. In a minute, I'm going to stop speaking for a while, so you can fall the rest of the way under. Before I do, I want to give you one more thing to hold on to. If you wake and you need an anchor, listen for my breathing. If you can't find it, reach with your hand, and I'll lace my fingers with yours again. If you need words, I'll give you simple ones. You're here. It's night. The fire is gentle. And I'm still choosing you, over and over. Now I'm easing back just a fraction, careful not to jostle you, and I'm letting my thumb come to rest. No more circles, just stillness. Sleep, my love. Much your thoughts drift like ash settling